How's it going, everyone? In this video, we'll be highlighting some historic low PSN game deals that you can check out. A lot of great deals that are a little bit under the radar with this mid-year sale, but definitely some good stuff across the board. As always on this channel, we do have quite an emphasis on JRPGs, so, you know, if that's not your cup of tea, might not be the video for you, but honestly, this channel might not be for you if you have a disdain for JRPGs. Nonetheless, a lot of good deals, so let's get right into it. And again, these are at their lowest price points ever on the PlayStation Store. Certainly, that means that a lot of these games can go lower, but as of this point, their lowest price ever. So let's get right into it, and let's start off with what I think is one of the best deals in the entire sale, although it's not even the best deal in this video, I think. But Unicorn Overlord, 60% off for $24, I think is a great pickup. Obviously, I've always talked up Vanillaware. I think they're one of the most underrated development studios in gaming today. I think all of their games are at the very least very good, and more often than not, they're great. The only one I would put in the very good category is like Dragon's Crown. Dragon's Crown I thought was good, not great, but Muramasa the Demon's Blade, Odin Sphere, 13 Sentinels, and Unicorn Overlord. 13 Sentinels and Unicorn Overlord, I would put those two games at like the excellent category. Unicorn Overlord I thought was a really, really well done tactics JRPG. Still had the typical Vanillaware elements that if you're familiar with their games, you'll come to know and love. The visual style is great, the soundtrack is excellent. The characters, you know, they don't have a significant amount of depth to them, and you do have a wide roster of characters. However, there's obviously, like, a few that the story is really built around. $23.99 for Unicorn Overlord, I think, is a great pickup. I would definitely recommend it. Unfortunately, this game came out, like, the week after Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, I want to say it was, back in 2024, and I think that just hurt how many people ended up checking out the game, but it seemed to do well enough. Again, for this price point, definitely would recommend it. Next up, Persona 3 Reload, $31.49 on this. Persona 3, I've said it before, it's not my favorite Persona game. I think the Tartarus is pretty dated in terms of its design, but overall, like, the core elements of a Persona game, the characters, the story, the music, all of that is really good. All of that is at a really, really high level, and I would still say P3R is very much worth a playthrough. Would I say it should be your first Persona game? Probably not. I would probably recommend Persona 5. I think that's the best one. Or if you want to go a similar style of game, but different thematics, Metaphor is a great option as well. Metaphor or Persona 5 is the one I would recommend if you're looking for this style of game. Metaphor obviously quite a bit different than Persona, but you get the idea. P3R, I think after playing P5, it's better to circle back and play through it then. That's just my 2 cents. Persona 4 obviously getting a remake next year, or it should be out next year, I would imagine. So, very excited for that, and hopefully Persona 6 will come out in my lifetime, because by the time P6 actually comes out, at the very least it'll be a decade, because I don't think we're getting it next year. 2027 will be the earliest, and that's when P5 came out, 2017 I should say. But nonetheless, P3R, $31.49, good price on that. Granblue Fantasy Relink is 60% off for $24. I really enjoyed Granblue Fantasy Relink. I thought it was a really well done action RPG. However, going into it, like, narratively, it comes across a bit disjointed if you're not a big Granblue guy when you're just dropped in the middle of this world. But I think the drawing card for this game is the gameplay. The gameplay is stellar, and it's incredibly enjoyable. I wish they would have had a little bit more post-game updates and post-launch updates in terms of content updates and things of that nature, but I still think what's there is very much worth the price of admission. And yeah, it's at a heftier price. One came out, what, 18 months ago? Yeah, January of 2024. But, yeah, $24 I think is a pretty good buy, so I would give a recommendation at that. Shin Megami Tensei 5 Vengeance, 50% off for $29.99. SMT5 wasn't really my cup of tea, but I did like the darker tone to it, and Vengeance was quite good, where you do have this new story route to go through if you already played the game on Nintendo Switch. If you're into turn-based RPGs and ones that have a little bit more challenge to them, or potentially more challenge depending on the difficulty you play them at, Vengeance is a good pickup. For this price point, I think it's a solid buy, especially given you get 2 playthroughs out of it if you didn't play the original. Not a bad pickup there for sure. Laika Age Through Blood, $3.99 is the base price, $1.99 is the plus price. I think this might be the best sale in the entire PlayStation Store sale that's live right now, the mid-year sale. This deal is insane. Tensei. This is a super underrated game, but stylistically is fantastic, visually looks great, and if you're looking for what's described as a Motorvania, Metroidvania-style game set in a dystopian post-apocalyptic Western world, this will be something to check out. And if you're a Plus subscriber, $1.99 for this is great. Prior to this deal, I want to say it was going on sale for like $9.99, so quite a drop from that. Challenging gameplay that rewards precision and strategic thinking, emotional and thought-provoking narrative about vengeance and loss, striking hand-drawn landscapes teeming with danger and hidden secrets to explore, and a hauntingly beautiful ambient soundtrack to go along with that. $1.99 with a Plus subscription, $3.99 if you're not a Plus subscriber. Great pickup there. Next up, we have Furi, 80% off for $3.99. Man, Furi is a super enjoyable game, a very chaotic game, and definitely a game that'll make you damn near break a controller. It is in that category of games for me, and maybe it's an element of, yo, bro, get good, but, yeah, for me, some of the challenge, it got to the point where I thought it was a little bit off-putting, but I still overall really enjoyed the game. Game Bakers, the development studio, incredibly talented, and the games they work on, like, quite a bit different from one another. Going from Furi into Haven into now Cairn, a climbing game. Quite the differences in their games, but yeah, incredibly talented as well. $3.99 for Furi, check that out. Crew Motorfest Cross-Gen Bundle is $17.49. Now, this is actually the weekly deal and not a part of the PSN sale that's running right now, but whatever, I still thought I would give it a mention. I know everybody loves to support Ubisoft games. Thankfully, it has been confirmed that Crew Motorfest will be getting an offline component, so that's great. You know, Crew 1 getting shut down, kind of whack, and your boy spent $60 on the Crew 1, and yeah, your boy's out of luck, so, you know, I got shafted when it comes to the Crew 1. Now, am I losing sleep over it? Am I dying to go back and play the Crew 1? No, but stop killing games, it's a real thing. At the very least, with Motorfest, it looks like it's not going to be killed. $17.49 for the Crew Motorfest. Tsukihime, A Piece of Blue Glass Moon, $29.99 on this. This is one of those visual novels that's gonna hold up in price, so you just have to accept it for what it is. If you're into VN, something to look at. First created in 1999 as an indie visual novel, see the masterpiece reframed and retold after 20 long years. $29.99 for Tsukihime, A Piece of the Blue Glass Moon. Callisto Protocol Digital Deluxe Edition is $13.49 if you want the PS4 and PS5 version, which that's probably what you want to get at. Yeah, the Digital Deluxe also includes the Season Pass. Look, Callisto Protocol at $70 was absolute highway robbery. Like, that game was not worth $70. It was a very short game. You could complete it in 7 hours, and I really did not like the gameplay in this game. However, if you want to assess, when I talk about horror games, I always say atmosphere, the tone, those are some of the most important elements of a survival horror game. Callisto Protocol, literal 10 out of 10 as far as that's concerned. Visually, tone, atmosphere, I think it's incredible. I think it's remarkable in that category. But ultimately, we are playing a video game, and I just thought the gameplay was so bad in this game. And that's my opinion. I know some people didn't hate it as much as me, but I thought it was not enjoyable whatsoever. As far as the dodging and even some of the stealth sections, I thought it was terrible. But nonetheless, for this price point, I think it's a decent pickup. And again, from an atmosphere and tone standpoint, I think it's outstanding in that regard. Dungeons of Hinterberg, $13.79 on this. Only recently came out on PlayStation 5, was available on Xbox and PC for a while. Welcome to Hinterberg, a new tourist hotspot in the idyllic Austrian Alps. As Louisa, your escape from the treadmill of corporate life quickly unravels when the mysterious local dungeons stir back into life once more. Will you restore peace to this once serene alpine paradise, or be sent straight back to your humdrum life back home? That is available for $13.79. You can check that out. Valley is $1.79. I mentioned this game a couple times. A first-person adventure hidden deep within a remote region of the Rocky Mountains. You find yourself bewildered within a secluded valley with the power of the recently discovered Leaf Suit. That's leap effortlessly through air functionality, run and jump your way through beautiful forests, dangerous ruins, and vast environments, all the while utilizing the power to control life and death to uncover the startling secrets of the mysterious Valley. Valley is available for $1.79. And then we have Eternal Thread, 75% off for $4.99. A single-player, first-person, story-driven puzzle game of time manipulation, choice, and consequences. An operative tasked with fixing corruption in a time stream. You have been sent to the north of England in May of 2015, where 6 people died in a house fire. Prohibited from simply stopping the fire, you must instead manipulate the choices made by the housemates in the week leading up to it so they all survive the event. Pretty interesting game in terms of its setup. 75% off for for $4.99 for Eternal Threads. And that is going to do it for me. Again, all of these games are at their historic low price points. Definitely some good pickups with Unicorn Overlord, I think is outstanding. Laika H Through Blood, again, I think it's the best deal in this entire sale. Furi's a great one, and yeah, some good stuff across the board. Links to everything, as always, in the description box below. That's going to do it for me. Let me know all of your thoughts in the comment section down below. As always, thank you for watching, and goodbye. Hey guys, we hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, make sure to hit the subscribe button, and if you're already subscribed, do us a favor and hit the bell icon. This way you'll be notified whenever we post a new video. That's the best way to keep up with all of our uploads, and we usually try to upload 2 videos a day. And with the bell icon hit, you'll be notified whenever we do upload a video. As always, thanks for watching.